Hey everyone, welcome back to another installment of Let's Talk Film. Today we are going to dive into a movie I have been anticipating for years on end now. It's been in the rumor mill for years about how it's been in development, how it's getting made, how it's coming out, and it finally is here. And yeah, so let's dive straight into Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. I really went in having some pretty high expectations, which might be a little unfair to this movie, but the original means so much to me. I really love the original, and I think there is some really cool things in it that I was hoping to see in this. And as I was watching it, I just kept feeling like there was something off. And I I don't know if it's because each scene felt like it went on for 3 seconds too long and the cut felt weird, or if it was an issue with the narrative, cuz the narrative is so split up where I don't feel like it gives any of the uh storylines the proper time to develop and really get its roots in the ground. I feel like the main storyline gets really overshadowed at moments because it just needs to keep cutting to each of these different narratives, and I think it's a little too much for the runtime of this movie, which I was shocked to find out it was under 2 hours. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I really just wish the depth was there for the main story. But also, I don't think it was bad by any means. I think the addition of Jen Ortega as Astrid was genius, and she really feels a part of this universe that was there before. And Tim Burton's direction, like his direction in this movie, I think is pretty good, especially with in terms of building the world, maintaining that image of the original, and really giving the opportunity to expand that world and really dive into it, which I thought was really fun. But also, I feel like he's lost a lot of his footing in terms of vision with the camera and such since Frankenweenie. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of the new ideas he brings just it feels weird to me, but I wouldn't say it's too distracting. Again, I think this is a very fun movie. It's just I think there's some flaws here and there, especially on a technical level. But yeah, the one thing you can never say is bad about this movie is one, the set design. I mean, it's always great. Exploring that underworld is just so cool, and I like the idea to give more of a chance to explore this world we saw glimpses of. But also, this cast really holds this movie up and keeps the audience engaged. I think part of it is the nostalgia, of course, but also it's just the sheer charisma of these actors and actresses. I mean, they're beasts in this movie. They really came back with their old characters or new characters and create a sort of connection with the audience that, I don't know, for at least me, it kept me wanting to watch it, even if I had some very serious issues with how it was edited and such like that. But I still think this is a very fun watch. I don't think this movie's bad by any means. I just think I had such high hopes for this movie, especially with Tim Burton really seeming to return to form. Um, and speaking upon how he was actually considering to retire, and then this came up and he knew he had to do it. And it brought his love for filmmaking back. And I think that's beautiful. And I think I did have high expectations that weren't met, but it's still so much fun. I actually want to rewatch it. Very funny, very fun, and I think it's a genuinely nice sequel to have in this series, and it was a good time. But yeah, that's really my thoughts on the movie. It's a good time. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys thought of this movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was okay? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.